Okay. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Not too long ago, I showed you guys a little bit of a behind the scenes look into my YouTube studio setup. Now, obviously, this is a different camera angle than the one I generally use. I wanted to change things up, try something new, but we're still using all the same equipment, the same single light source, the same camera setup, same sort of desk office studio setup here. But also in a recent video, I unboxed a bunch of equipment that I had recently received, this monitor being one of them, the other thing, the DJI Mavic Air, but one other thing, and that's this. Well, more specifically, this, the Aputure Mini-20D. It's an LED light, but it's kind of a specialty LED light. It's what we'd call a Fresnel. And essentially what this is gonna give us is a very controllable, sort of shapeable light. So what we can actually do here via this little dial on the back is adjust the positioning of that LED relative to how far or how close it is to that lens, which will give us more of a flood type light or a spot type light. So in combination with these barn doors that we have on the front, we get a lot of control of what that light is going to do. So I thought it'd be interesting to take you guys through my thought process and my experimentation with playing with some cinematic lighting techniques. So quickly before we get into that, I want to show you guys what came in the box with this. If you really want to see an unboxing of this light, you can click the link down below to the video where I actually received this light. That was like over a month ago now at this point. But let me show you some of the accessories that came in the box. So generally with most of these lights, you're definitely going to be receiving the AC adapter in the box ready to go, but it's really nice when they include a battery, so you're also ready to go for battery power. So they include the Sony NP-F type battery plate, which is actually a D-tap connection, and then that feeds to a mini XLR, which is what plugs into the back of the light. Let's see if I can get a close-up on that. And the mini XLR connection is a very, very robust connection, holds up well over time, so I like to see that. Now, of course, as I mentioned, you do receive the AC wall adapter for this, but they also include something that's pretty interesting, a mini XLR to USB Type A connection. So you could theoretically use a power bank to power this light, which is a super handy feature. So let's actually plug in the power here, kick this guy on, and we're rolling. So also included in the box is a little Ziploc bag that of course has our documentation, but there's a couple of other things in here. There's actually some CTO filters and little gel cards in here. Now the reasoning for that, I have the Mini-20D version, which stands for daylight. They make a bicolor version, which is of course, color temperature adjustable, but the daylight version has a significant amount more output. Here's the interesting thing. It's actually not daylight color temperature. It's 7,500 Kelvin, which daylight is generally between like 5,600 to about 6,000 Kelvin. So you actually have to use the CTO filter in place in front of the light to bring it back down to daylight color temperature. So it's a little funky, but we get a lot more output with this version opposed to the bicolor, so that's why I decided to go this route. So they also give us a little ball head mount, which is really great, and they also give us this nice little clamp, which has a 1/4-20 thread on it. You can use it for a variety of different things, to be honest. So Aputure is of course known for having amazing color with their lights. We have a CRI of 96, which is awesome, of course. And then we also have at 1 meter, a 10,000 and 1,800 output lux, respectively with spot and wide formats. So if you have the light obviously zoomed in with a spot, you're gonna get a lot more output focused in one area. But if you pull it out and have it flood, you're gonna get less output, but a broader beam. Okay, so the specs are great, but let's do what you guys came here to see and try some cinematic lighting techniques. Okay, so let's start by threading the little ball head into the 1/4-20 thread on the bottom of the light. And then from there, we can actually thread it into the 1/4-20 on the top of this sort of just standard light stand. And there we go. So having this ball head on there is definitely really nice because we can very freely control the angling and positioning of the light, which is really convenient, but we're ready to rock. Okay, so now we've got our power source connected. Man, this thing is slick. Let's crank up the output. Ooh, look at that. Look at that little lens flare happen. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. please?
Okay, hold on.
Thanks. Hold on. Needed to take a sec to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is of course Squarespace. Squarespace, as you guys know, is an amazing all-in-one platform if you're looking to build a website, an online store, a portfolio, if you're looking to take that next step to start making money as a filmmaker, as a photographer. A portfolio can be a huge stepping stone into making yourself look more professional to actually start bringing in those clients. Now I get it, it may sound incredibly intimidating to make a portfolio if you have no web design experience, but Squarespace makes it incredibly easy with their award-winning designer templates. You can drag and drop your stuff in. It makes it look like it was designed for thousands of dollars by a professional. It's a really cool platform. And of course, they pride themselves on their amazing 24/7 customer support. So if you're designing your website at Sunday at 2 a.m., they can actually help you out. So if you guys are looking to try that out, be sure to click the link down in the description, squarespace.com/Ryan Cow. I got 10% off your first purchase. Support your boy, go click the link. Anyways, okay, you can start it again. Okay, so I'll kind of take you guys through what we got going on here with this setup. Obviously, we just have the Mini-20D that's set up on a basic light stand. I'm running off that Sony NPF battery, which lasts forever. It's pretty amazing. And then we're basically just blasting the light at right about head level down the hallway. Ignore the boxes there. And then obviously, you know, my Sony is set up down at the end of the hallway there. And here's what we get. We just get this sort of really interesting backlight, almost like a practical light, because if I move from side to side, it becomes visible in the frame. But just this really interesting light that just wraps around me, looks very sci-fi like. You've seen it in a lot of music videos, stuff like that. I really like this look, and this light does it perfectly. Okay, so I kind of like what's happening right now with the daylight coming in through these blinds. I have the blinds pointing upward toward the ceiling, and it's creating this interesting sort of soft glow in the office, which is kind of cool. So I was thinking it would be a cool shot to frame up me sitting facing the computer monitor. So let's spin the chair around here and just sort of reclining back. So I've got the camera rig set up, we've got the frame set up, but what happens when we shoot this frame with just the natural light coming through the window is there's not quite a dramatic enough of that like interesting, you can kind of see it happening right on the back of the chair there. There's not quite enough of that like edge or rim light that I would want illuminating me, so like sort of silhouetting me. So I'm going to use the Mini-20D positioned kind of right over here in the corner, beam that down on me right there, and then we should get the look we're going for. So I'm gonna grab the Mini-20D and position it over here, but here's the thing. So like I said, the color temperature of this light is 7,500 degrees Kelvin, which is a little bit cooler than actual daylight color temperature. So what I'm gonna need to do is actually place that CTO little gel filter that I told you about. We're gonna place that in front of the light, just like that. Just goes right in front of the lens. And then make sure to kind of position it right where I'm gonna be sitting, and we should be good. So I hope you guys enjoyed another little behind the scenes look into taking a look at my thought process and experimentation and trying new lighting setups, trying new lights. A big thanks to Aputure for sending me out the Mini-20D. Really do appreciate it. If you guys liked the light and you're interested in checking it out, be sure to click the link down below. You can check out Aputure's website, but you can definitely be expecting more content in the future because this light is pretty kick-ass, so check it out. But with that being said, I think I'm gonna end the video here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help when you guys do that, so if you can just go down there. I don't ask a lot of you guys, just smash the like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.